All right, everyone. We have made it all the way to the end of our competition and to our final awards ceremony.
Woohoo!
Woohoo is right. Welcome back, Vincent.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's good to see you. I missed you.
It's been a while.
Awesome. All right, here we go. Final set of awards. These are our teen and senior awards. Great job to all the performances we saw here. And let's get right to it. Once again, we start with our adjudicated awards. And here at Radix, we award bronze, silver, gold, high gold. And our highest award is our On the Edge award, which is a near perfect score from every judge. All right, we're getting started here with entry number 92. Entry 92 all the way to 103 is from Academy for the Performing Arts. So we'll begin with 92 from Academy for the Performing Arts. Lauren with If You Go Away, high gold. Next up, entry 93, it's Kayla performing Lalia, receiving a high gold. 94, it's Julia performing Hate You, high gold. Entry 95, Jenna performing When, receives a high gold. 96, it's Danica performing If You Went Away, receiving a high gold. 97, Allie performing Like You'll Never See Me Again, high gold. 98 is Rebuild, receiving a high gold. 99, Kate performing Case of You, high gold. Entry 100 is Joy, and it receives a high gold. 101, Take My Leave of You, high gold. Entry 102 was Kendall performing I Will Follow You, receiving a high gold. Finishing out this block for Academy for the Performing Arts, 103, Tiny Cities receives a high gold. Next, we start with Malay Academy. Entry 103A, Hadley performing Die in Your Arms, receives a high gold. 104 from Malay, Alana with Blood, high gold. And entry 105 from Malay Academy, Nia performing I Feel Good, receives a high gold.
And continuing from Malay Academy was 106, Isabella with Passenger, high gold. 107, Jalen with Do You Feel Real, receives a high gold. 108, Down We Go, coming from Malay Academy, high gold. Then we got to 109 from Academy for the Performing Arts, Muddy Waters receives a high gold. 110 was Fledglings from Academy for the Performing Arts, high gold. Then Studio 413 took the stage, starting with 111, Savannah, All I Could Do Was Cry, high gold. 112 was Rich Girl by Addie Pearl, high gold. 113 from Studio 413, Grayson with Body receives a high gold. 114, Ellie, Records On, high gold. Next up was 115, it was Presley performing Possibly, Maybe, On the Edge. 116, Distortion from Studio 413, high gold. 117, Kate performing Polly is On the Edge. 118, Autumn with Buck Wild receives a high gold. 119 wrapped up Studio 413's block, Haley, Smile to Me, On the Edge. Then we went to Elite Studio, starting with 120, Mallory performing Bills, high gold. 121, Chloe Happens, high gold. 122 was Audrey Mia performing a Bossy, receiving a high gold. We skipped to 124 next. It was Celeste, Out of Love, high gold. 125 coming from Elite, Leah May with Out of Ashes receives a gold. 127, Growing Pains, high gold. 128 came from Encore Studio, and it was Olivia performing Valis, receiving a high gold. 129 continued with Encore Kennedy, Epilogue, high gold. 130, Madison performing Icon, receives a high gold. 131 was Katie performing Breathe, high gold. 133 was next, wrapping up Encore Studio, Ryan with Schindler's List receives a high gold. Then we went to 134. It started our block from Dance Productions Unlimited, Madison with Drive and Disconnect, high gold. 135, Jordan performing Ghost receives a high gold. 136 was Allie, Don't Forget Me, high gold. 137, Ellie performing Before You Go receives a high gold. 138, Gabriella performing Ritz was On the Edge. 139, final performance from Dance Productions Unlimited, Foolish Game receives a high gold. Then we went to 140, the Royal Dance Academy performing Grieving, On the Edge. 141 coming from Studio Powers was Mia with Then I Heard receiving a high gold. 142, Lanaya performing Slip, high gold. 143 was David with Can I, and he receives a high gold. That took us to 144 from the Royal Dance Academy, Ava performing Bruises, high gold. 145 also from the Royal Dance Academy, Oliver, Electric Pulse is On the Edge.
Next is entry 146 from the Royal Dance Academy, Natalie performing Maybe This Time is On the Edge. 147 from 10th Talent, Gabriella performing Come Back to Sorrento, high gold. 148 from Dance and Music Academy of Woodstock, Brindley with Stone Cold receives a high gold. We jump to 152 from Jill's Studio of Dance, Madison performing Madness receives a high gold. 153 also from Jill's Studio of Dance, Maddie Lane, Piece by Piece, high gold. 154 from B-Vibe, The Dance Movement, Tough receives a high gold. 155 from Dancers Corner, Kenzie performing 1977, On the Edge. 156 from the Difference Dance Company, Johanna performing Party, On the Edge. 158 was next from B-Vibe, the dance movement. Delaney performing Creep on the Edge. 159, also from B-Vibe, Josh with Fires on the Edge. 160, coming from B-Vibe, the dance movement. Ella performing No More Tears receives a high gold. Now we have a Cypress Dance Project mini block. Entry 161, it's Kayla with Fire Speak, high gold. 162, Audrey performing Hold On to Hope, high gold. 163, Isabella with Bitter Song, high gold. Wrapping up Cypress Dance Project 164, Rihanna, Sensory Overload on the Edge. 166 from the company, Dempsey performing Vain receives a high gold. 168 from Footnotes, Dance and Acrobatic Studio Grace, After Hours receives a gold. 169 is from Footnotes, Josie performing Don't Look Down, gold. 170 also from Footnotes, Mia and Flawless, high gold. 171 from JBP Entertainment, Katie performing Godspeed, high gold. 172 also from JBP, Molly performing Friend receives a high gold. 173 is from Dance Effects, Mia Songbird receives a gold. 174 from Dance Effects, Willow with Bits and Pieces, high gold. 175 from Heart of America Dance Center, Emery Birds of Paradise on the Edge. 175A from Accolades Movement Project, Sydney performing Touch on the Edge. 176 from Kim and Company Dance, Shauna performing Contaminated receives a high gold. 177 from the Dance Academy of Stewart, Megan performed Breathe receiving a gold. 178 from Summit Dance Shop, Harlow performing End of Love on the Edge. 179 from Thrive Dance Company, Olivia performing Closure on the Edge. 180 from Accolades Movement Project, I Remember Her, high gold. 181 from Vermont Ballet Theater, Hurt receives a high gold. 182 is from Dancers Point, Cooper performing Magdalene, high gold. 183 from Allure Dance, Julia, When We Were Young receives a gold.
That took us to 184, coming from Millennium Dance Complex Nashville, Pain, high gold. 185 started Elite Studios taking the stage, beginning with Eden, All I Wanted, high gold. 186 was Kate performing Starflower, high gold. 187, Lexi, The Wait receives a high gold. 188 was Bites the Dust performed by Lauren, high gold. 189, continuing with Elite Studios, Elena, Loving Ghost is on the Edge. 190, Ella with A Running Faster receives a high gold. 191, Ayana performing Progressing is on the Edge. 192 was Hallie performing Young, high gold. 193, Lily, Saved by Nature receives a high gold. 194 was Move performed by Molly, high gold. 195, Rebecca with The Devil I Know is on the Edge. 196, Marina with Come Together receives a high gold. That took us to 197, which started the B-Vibe, the dance movement. Kirsten performing Suddenly Still receives a high gold. 198, Lauren with She Used to Be Mine, high gold. 199 was Madison with A Feeling Felt on the Edge. 200, wrapping up B-Vibe, the dance movement, Julia with Cellophane, high gold. 201, Footnotes Dance and Acrobatic Studio, Helen, Memory Den receives a high gold. 202, continuing with Footnotes, Chelsea, Find a Way, high gold. 203 was Avery, I Don't Fear It Now, high gold. 204, Zara performing Don't Stop Now receives a high gold. 205 was Anna with The Spirit Was Gone, high gold. 206, B-Vibe, the dance movement took the stage once again with Heartbeat, and they are on the Edge. That took us to Studio 413, starting with 207, Black Flies, and they are on the Edge. 208 was Ainsley with These Hands receiving a high gold. 209 was A Letter from France, performed by CJ, on the Edge. 210, Caitlin with Georgia is also on the Edge. 211, we saw Sophie We'll Meet Again receiving a high gold. 212 was Seth performing Identity on the Edge. 213 was Izzy with Hush, high gold. 214, we saw Raven performing Apale on the Edge. 215, we started Malay Academy, starting with Bound to You, and they are on the Edge. 216 was Dai with Try a Little Tenderness, and he is on the Edge. 217, coming from Malay Academy, Kirsten performing Asylum, high gold.
Continuing with Malay Academy, entry 218, Belle performing Drones on the Edge. 219, Michaela performing A Change Is Gonna Come receives a high gold. Finishing off Malay Academy, 220, Darkest Hour on the Edge. Moving into a block of Academy for the Performing Arts, 221, Two Steps Away, high gold. 222, Julia performing In Time receives a high gold. 223 is Avery performing The Right Thing, receiving a high gold. 224, Taylor with We Don't, high gold. 225 is Georgia performing Wasted Time, receiving a high gold. 226, wrapping up Academy for the Performing Arts, Emma performing I Am Lost, high gold. 227 from Malay Academy, Billy is On the Edge. 228 from Encore Studio, Brooke performing Go, high gold. 229 from Encore, Avery, When You Sleep, On the Edge. 230 from Encore, Reese performing Bitterly, high gold. 231 from Malay Academy, Brittany performing Unchained Melody, You Are On the Edge. 232 from Academy for the Performing Arts, Someone Like You, high gold. 233 from Dancers Point, Gracie performing A Body, high gold. 234 from Dancers Point, Libby with By Thy Light, On the Edge. 235 from Jill's Studio of Dance, Arena with Human receives a high gold. 236 from Jill's Studio of Dance, Anna, Fallen Alien, On the Edge. 237 from Accolades Movement Project, Kylie performing Malamente, On the Edge. 238 from Metro Dance Center, Footprints, high gold. 239 from Ballet by Day, Alexandra performing Take It Easy, On the Edge. 240 from the Royal Dance Academy, Jasmine performing Heartburn receives a high gold. 241 from Dance Productions Unlimited, Kaylee performing Do You, high gold. 242 is from Dance Effects, Rachel performing I Found receives a gold. 243 from Dancers Point, Memory Arc, high gold. 244 from Studio 61 Dance Company, Allie performing Daring to Love, On the Edge. And entry 246 from the Dance Academy of Stewart, Marissa performing Into the Night, high gold.
And then we fast forward to some amazing groups. Started with 295 from Jill Studio of Dance, Resolution, high gold. 296, That 70s Show, performed by Elite Studios, receives a high gold. 297, Academy for the Performing Arts, Still Smiling, high gold. 298 was Sadness, coming from Encore Studio, On the Edge. 299, Jill Studio of Dance performing Fallen receives a high gold. 300 was Mantis performed by Elite Studios, high gold. 301 was Academy for the Performing Arts with Wait For Me, high gold. 302, Shake and Pop from Encore Studio receives a high gold. 303 was Jill Studio with Trust Me Again, and they are On the Edge. 304, Take Off With Us from Elite Studios, high gold. 305, Academy for the Performing Arts, Welcome to Our Hood, high gold. 306 was Cardi coming from Encore Studio, and they are On the Edge. 307 was Jill's performing One More Time, high gold. 308, we saw Kissing You from Elite Studios receiving a high gold. 309, Shout from Academy for the Performing Arts, high gold. 310, Shut It Down coming from Jill Studio of Dance is On the Edge. 311, Encore Studio performing Awake, high gold. 312 from Elite Studios, Permutations, high gold. 313 was the Academy for the Performing Arts, Holding Out, On the Edge. Next up was 314, Jill Studio of Dance with The Chain receives a high gold. 315, we saw Yikes from Encore Studio, and they are On the Edge. 316, Elite Studios performing Sleep, high gold. 317, Academy for the Performing Arts, Need You Tonight receives a high gold. 318, we saw Who You Are performed by Jill Studio of Dance, and they are On the Edge. 319 were some disco drums coming from Elite Studios, high gold. 320, Encore Studio performing Kinja Bang is On the Edge. 321, Academy for the Performing Arts, Ask Us Don't Forget Me, and they are On the Edge. 322 was Vaizi from Jill Studio of Dance, receiving a high gold. 323, Elite Studios performing I Still Remain is On the Edge. 324, Salvation performed by Jill Studio of Dance receives a high gold. 325, also from Jill Studio of Dance, J-Lo, On the Edge.
Next, we have entry 326 from Academy for the Performing Arts, Queen Tings, high gold. 327 is from Encore Studio, Just Say, On the Edge. 328 from Elite Studios, Jump Off receives a high gold. 329 is from Jill Studio of Dance, Lost, On the Edge. 330 from Jill's, Fire Emoji is On the Edge. 331 from B-Vibe, The Dance Movement, Higher receives a high gold. 332 from Studio 413, Hold On Tight, On the Edge. 333 is from Malay Academy, Hurting You is also On the Edge. 335 from B-Vibe, The Dance Movement, Turn to Stone receives a high gold. 336 from Studio 413, Ready or Not, On the Edge. 337 from Malay Academy, Get It, On the Edge. 338 from Vermont Ballet Theater, Gravity receives a high gold. 339 from B-Vibe, The Dance Movement, For This You Were Born, high gold. 340 was next. From Studio 413, Body Language is On the Edge. 341 from Malay Academy, In the Air receives a high gold. 342 from Studio Powers, Area 51, high gold. 343 from B-Vibe, the dance movement, Like a Boy, receives a high gold. 344 from Studio 413, Social Media Overload, On the Edge. 345 from Malay Academy, The Runway, high gold. 346 from the Royal Dance Academy, Two Steps Away, receives a high gold. 347 from B-Vibe, the dance movement, Came Here for Love, high gold. 348 from Studio 413, Rumors is On the Edge. 349 is from Malay Academy, Close Up, On the Edge. 350 from Studio Powers, Black, On the Edge. 351 from B-Vibe, The Dance Movement, Cage of Bones, receives a high gold. 352 from Studio 413, No One, On the Edge. And entry 353 from the Royal Dance Academy, Who Will Run, Who Will Save, high gold.
One more huge congratulations to all of our adjudicated awards. Now moving on to our high score awards by age, where we'll acknowledge the top 10 scores for our solos and top 3 for our duo, trios, and groups. And just a reminder, we do not break ties here at Radix, and these scores are awesome, so there are a lot of ties. I'm going to start here with our teen solos, acknowledging the top 10 scores, starting with a 3-way tie for 10th overall. First up, 10th overall from the company, it's Dempsey with Vane. Also receiving 10th overall teen solo, Madison from Encore Studio with Icon. Rounding out 10th overall, it's Julia from Academy for the Performing Arts, performing Hate You. Also a 3-way tie for 9th overall. First up, 9th overall goes out to Allie from Academy for the Performing Arts, performing Like You'll Never See Me Again. Also receiving 9th overall, performing Ghost, it's Jordan from Dance Productions Unlimited. Rounding out 9th overall, it's Mia from Footnotes Dance and Acrobatics with Flawless. We have a 2-way tie for 8th overall. First up, 8th overall, performing Piece by Piece, it's Maddie Lane from Jill's Studio of Dance. Tying with Maddie Lane for 8th overall, it's Katie from JPP Entertainment performing Godspeed. Woo! We have a 3-way tie for 7th overall. 7th overall, first up, it's Layla with performing Layla. It's Kayla with Academy for the Performing Arts. Also receiving 7th overall. Lots of tongue twisters tonight. 7th overall, going home to Kayla with Via Speak from Cypress Dance Project. And rounded out 7th overall with Epilogue, it's Kennedy with Encore Studios. 2-way tie for 6th overall. First up, Kate from Studio 413, performing Polly. Also receiving 6th overall, it's Natalie from the Royal Dance Academy with Maybe This Time. 3-way tie for 5th overall. First up, Sydney from Accolades Movement Project with Touch. Also receiving 5th, it's Haley with Studio 413 with Smile to Me. Rounded out 5th overall, it's Delaney performing Creep from B-Vibe, The Dance Movement. There is a 5-way tie for 4th overall. First up, it's Rihanna from Cypress Dance Project with Sensory Overload. Also receiving 4th overall, performing Ritz, it's Gabriella with Dance Productions Unlimited. 4th overall going to Johanna with the Difference Dance Company with Party. 4th overall goes out to Josh from B-Vibe performing Fires. And rounding out 4th overall, teen solo, it's Kenzie with 1977 from Dancer's Corner. 2-way tie for 3rd overall. First up, it's Oliver from the Royal Dance Academy with Electric Pulse. Also receiving 3rd overall, performing Closure, it's Olivia from Thrive, a dance company. Our 2nd overall teen solo comes to us from Heart of America Dance Center. It's Emery with Birds of Paradise. And that's going to leave us with a 2-way tie for 1st overall. First up, 1st overall from Studio 413, it's Presley with Possibly, Maybe. And also receiving 1st overall teen solo here in Atlanta from Summit Dance Shop, it's Harlow with End of Love. That's going to take us to teen duo trios. We have the top 3 scores here, starting with a 4-way tie for 3rd overall. 3rd overall from Academy for the Performing Arts, Tiny Cities. Also 3rd, and also from Academy for the Performing Arts, it's Rebuild. 3rd overall from Academy for the Performing Arts, it's Fledglings. And rounding out 3rd overall teen duo trio, it's Distortion from Studio 413. 2-way tie for 2nd overall teen duo trio. First up from Accolades Movement Project, I Remember Her. Also receiving 2nd overall, it's Down We Go from Malay Academy. And our highest scoring teen duo trio comes from the Royal Dance Academy, performing Grieving. That's going to take us to teen groups. Top 3 scores here. 3rd overall teen group comes from Malay Academy. It's Close Up. 2nd overall from Studio 413, it's Social Media Overload. There was a 2-way tie for a 1st overall teen group. First up, it's Kenja Bang from Encore Studio. Also receiving 1st overall teen group, Don't Forget Me, performed by Academy for the Performing Arts. Next up, we're going to some teen lines where it looks like I have the top 3 scores here. Top 3 scores here. 3rd overall from Encore Studio, it's Just Say. 2nd overall, also from Encore Studio, it's Yikes. And our highest scoring teen line comes from Studio 413, Hold On Tight. That's going to take us to Teen Extended Lines. Third overall is Ready or Not from Studio 413. Second overall Teen Extended Line goes to Black, performed by Studio Powers. And our highest scoring Teen Extended Line is from Studio 413 with No One. Wrapping up the teens here, it's going to be Teen Production. Third overall Teen Production is from Elite Studios. It's That 70s Show. Second overall goes out to J-Lo from Jill's Studio of Dance. And our highest scoring Teen Production comes from Encore Studio. It's Cardi. Take it, Eddie.
All right, thank you. Moving into our seniors. Senior solos, top 10 scores, beating with a three-way tie for 10th. Starting us off in 10th from Studio 413, it's Sophie with We'll Meet Again. Also in 10th place from Studio 413, Ainsley, These Hands. Finishing off 10th highest points from Encore Studio, it's Brooke performing Go. Moving into a three-way tie for 9th. First up in 9th place from B-Vibe, The Dance Movement, Julia performing Cellophane. Also in 9th from Malay Academy, it's Kirsten with Asylum. And finally finishing up 9th place from Dancer's Point, it's Gracie for A Body. We have a three-way tie for 8th. Starting us off in 8th from Elite Studios, it's Lexi performing The Weight. Also in 8th place from Elite Studios, Molly with Moved. Rounding out 8th highest points from Studio 413, it's Izzy for Hush. Taking 7th place, coming from Encore Studio, it's Avery with When You Sleep. We have a 5-way tie for, that makes it a 6-way tie for 7th. So also receiving 7th place from Accolades Movement Project, Kylie with Malamente. 7th place going out to Elite Studios and Elena with Loving Ghosts. We also have a 7th place with Studio 61 Dance Company and Allie with Daring to Love. Another 7th highest points going home with Studio 413 and CJ for A Letter from France. And finishing off 7th place from B-Vibe, The Dance Movement, it's Madison for A Feeling Felt. Next up, we have 6th place, and it looks like we have... Nice, we have a 3-way tie for 6th. Starting us off in 6th place from Elite Studios, Ayana with Progressing. Also in 6th from Studio 413, Caitlin for Georgia. Finishing off 6th place from Malay Academy, it's Belle performing Drones. Moving on to a 3-way tie for 5th. Starting us off in 5th place from Ballet by Day, Alexandra for Take It Easy. Also in 5th place from Jill Studio of Dance, Anna for Fallen Alien. Finishing off 5th highest points from Elite Studios, Rebecca with Devil I Know. Taking 4th place, coming from Studio 413, it's Raven for Apale. Now for our highest 3 scores in 3rd place from Malay Academy, Brittany performing Unchained Melody. Receiving 2nd, coming from Dancer's Point, it's Libby with By the Light. And we have a 2-way tie for the highest scoring senior solos. Starting us off in 1st place from Malay Academy, it's Dai with Try a Little Tenderness. Also receiving 1st place from Studio 413, it's Seth for Identity. Moving into our senior duo trios, top 3 scores. In 3rd place from B-Vibe, The Dance Movement, Heartbeat. Receiving 2nd place from Malay Academy, Darkest Hour. And our highest scoring senior duo trio, 1st place from Studio 413, Black Flies. Next up is senior groups, top 3. 3rd place going out to Academy for the Performing Arts and Holding Out. Receiving 2nd place from Malay Academy, Get It. And in 1st place from Elite Studios, it's I Still Remain. Next is Senior Lines, top 3. 3rd place is from Jill's Studio of Dance for Who You Are. Taking 2nd, also from Jill's Studio of Dance, Lost. And our highest scoring senior line in 1st place from Studio 413, Rumors. Next we have Senior Extended Lines, top 3. 3rd place from Jill's Studio of Dance, Resolution. In 2nd, also from Jill's, Trust Me Again. And our highest scoring Senior Extended Line, 1st place from Jill's Studio of Dance, Shut It Down.
Awesome job. Now we're going to jump to our high score by performance division, where we'll acknowledge the top 3 scores in contemporary, hip-hop, jazz, etc., etc. Starting with Teen Contemporary. 3rd overall Teen Contemporary comes from Malay Academy with Hurting You. There is a 3-way tie for 2nd overall Teen Contemporary. First up, from Academy for the Performing Arts, it's Don't Forget Me. Also receiving 2nd from Encore Studio, it's Kinja Bang and Sadness. Our highest scoring Teen Contemporary comes from Studio 413, it's Hold On Tight. Teen Hip Hop is next, top 3 scores. 3rd overall Teen Hip Hop from Jill's Studio of Dance, it's Fire Emoji. 2nd overall Teen Hip Hop comes from Studio Powers performing Black. And our highest scoring Teen Hip Hop goes out to Yikes from Encore Studio. Teen Jazz, top 3 scores. First up, 3rd overall from Studio 413, it's Social Media Overload. Also from Studio 413 is our 2nd overall Teen Jazz, it's Body Language. And our highest scoring Teen Jazz is Just Say, performed by Encore Studio. First overall teen lyrical goes out to Vermont Ballet Theater performing Gravity. Teen musical theater, there's a two-way tie for first overall. First up, first overall from Academy for the Performing Arts, it's Wait For Me. Also receiving first overall, it's Take Off With Us from Elite Studios. That's gonna take us to teen specialty. Second overall teen specialty from Studio Powers, Area 51. And our highest scoring teen specialty is Cage of Bones from B-Vibe, the dance movement. Teen tap, we have the top two scores here. Second overall goes to Cardi from Encore Studio. Highest scoring teen tap is No One from Studio 413. Moving on to the seniors, starting with contemporary. Senior contemporary, two-way tie for third overall, both from Jill Studio of Dance. It's Trust Me Again and Who You Are. Two-way tie from second overall senior contemporary. First up from Malay Academy, it's Get It. Also receiving second overall senior contemporary, it's Lost from Jill Studio. Our highest scoring senior contemporary comes from Elite Studios. It's I Still Remain. Senior hip hop, we have the highest score here. It's Welcome to Our Hood from Academy for the Performing Arts. That's gonna take us to a little senior jazz. Top three scores here. Third overall senior jazz is Sleep from Elite Studios. Second overall senior jazz, Shut It Down from Jill's Studio of Dance. And our highest scoring senior jazz comes from Studio 413. It's Rumors. Senior lyrical top two scores. Second overall, Came Here for Love from B-Vibe, the dance movement. Highest scoring senior lyrical is Kissing You, performed by Elite Studios. Senior specialty top two scores, second overall from B-Vibe, it's For This You Were Born. And our highest scoring senior specialty is from Academy for the Performing Arts, it's Still Smiling. And wrapping up our performance division, it's senior tap, first overall, going home to Academy for the Performing Arts, performing Holding Out.
Nice job to all those performances. Now we have our Best of Radix groups. Once again, these awards are chosen by our judges. Our judges pick a few in each age division. Routines that they feel were overall technical, entertaining, amazing, and a great representation of everything we want here at Radix. So here we go. We have 16 Best of Radix groups. Our first teen Best of comes from Academy for the Performing Arts. It's Don't Forget Me. We have a teen Best of Radix going out to Studio 413 for Hold On Tight. Our next Best of comes from Studio Powers, it's Black. We have a teen Best of Radix group for Malay Academy and Hurting You. Our next Best of Radix is from Jill Studio of Dance, it's Fire Emoji. And our final teen Best of Radix group from Encore Studio, Yikes. Nice job, teens. Moving into our seniors, we have 5 senior Best of Radix groups. First senior Best of from Malay Academy, it's Get It. Our next senior Best of Radix from Elite Studios, I Still Remain. We have Best of Radix going home with Studio 413 for Rumors. Our next senior Best of is from Academy for the Performing Arts, it's Holding Out. And our final senior Best of Radix group from Jill Studio of Dance, Lost. And that brings us to our final set of awards. These are our Studio Standout Awards. Similar to our Best of Radix groups, these are also chosen by our judges. And our Studio Standout Award, in order to be eligible for it, a studio must have entered 15 total routines, with a minimum of 7 of those being groups. So here we go. Studio Standouts chosen by our judges. First up from Elite Studios, I Still Remain. Our next Standout Award is from Academy for the Performing Arts for Holding Out. We have a Studio Standout going home with B-Vibe, the dance movement, History in the Making. Our next Standout Award is from Encore Studio, it's Yikes. We have a Studio Standout Award for Jill Studio of Dance and Lost. Our next Standout Award is from Malay Academy, it's Get It. And our final Studio Standout Award from Studio 413, Hold On Tight.
Woo!
Yes, congratulations to all of our performers. Really, really amazing job here in Atlanta. So much energy. Thank you to everyone that joined us here in the audience and virtually at home. We had a blast. We're going to finish this off right with some classes tomorrow. Thank you, Vincent.
Thank you,
Thank
Eddie.
you, everyone. Have a great night. Start the music.
Peace.